Yo guys, InsaneGamer52 here, and today I'm going to be showing you just how much each of the new Season 1 Covenants actually helps you in Vanguard Zombies. If you learned anything new in this video, a like rating is always appreciated. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides in the future. So with the launch of Season 1, they added 5 new Covenants to Zombies. These are Deadshot, Brimstone, Scrapper, Deadwire, and Swift Vengeance. I'm in the process of making a video about all the original Covenants too, so when that's done, I'll link it in the description below and at the end of this video. Alright, so the first new Covenant is Deadshot. This one makes you aim at zombies' crit spot when aiming down sight, removes scope sway, and also increases the damage of the first headshot on every enemy. The auto aim towards the head is helpful, but it doesn't feel perfect. Sometimes it won't work at all, and others it'll just aim at the head at the beginning of the ADS animation and not track properly, so you won't end up aiming at the head. Removing weapon sway is nice so you don't have to hold your breath with snipers, but it's not game changing. The big reason to get this Covenant is for the bonus headshot damage. Unlike Cold War, the zombies don't have to be at max health, so you can get that bonus headshot damage even if your first couple of shots hit the body. At blue rarity, you deal 50% bonus to your first headshot per zombie. And at purple rarity, you deal 100% bonus damage. For some reason, there's not an orange rarity to this Covenant, which is unfortunate because 150% bonus headshot damage would be sweet. I think this is a mid-tier Covenant that can be helpful, but it's not a must-have for high rounds. It's not consistent with the headshot aiming, and only getting 100% bonus damage on one shot is a lot less than most of the other damage Covenants will end up giving you. The second new Covenant is Brimstone. This one makes you constantly deal damage to all nearby zombies. It doesn't look like there's a maximum amount of zombies that this can affect, and the damage happens once every second. Unfortunately, this does not trigger ammo mods like Brain Rot, Cryo Freeze, or Deadwire. But since it does deal a percent of the zombie's health, you can start dealing a nice amount of damage to Sturmkriegers in the later rounds. You used to be able to damage zombies on the other side of walls, which was kind of helpful for training and blitz objectives, but now the zombies have to be within line of sight for you to damage them. This just means that there can't be walls between you and the zombies. You do still damage zombies all around you. At blue rarity, you damage zombies for 3% of their max health. At purple rarity, you damage them for 5% of their max health. And at orange rarity, you damage them for 8% of their max health every second. To put that into perspective, it would take 13 seconds to kill a zombie with orange rarity of Brimstone without shooting. I think this is a low tier Covenant and honestly wouldn't grab it in most situations. It's great during insta-kill and can be okay if you train during blitz objectives, but honestly, I try to not spend a lot of time close to Sturmkriegers, and that's the biggest benefit that this would give. Just like Deadshot, Brimstone doesn't put out enough damage compared to the other Covenants to be worth using in the high rounds. The third new Covenant is Scrapper. This one is super straightforward, you just get extra salvage from salvage pickups. Blue rarity gives you 60 salvage per pickup, which is 20% extra. Purple rarity gives you 75 salvage, which is 50% extra. And orange rarity also gives you 75 salvage, but has the added benefit of giving you 25% extra salvage from objective rewards too. You usually get salvage equal to 50 times the round you're on for each objective that you complete, up to a maximum of 500 salvage per objective starting at round 10. Legendary Scrapper will give you 25% extra salvage, so you can get up to 625 per objective on rounds 10 and up. I like running this at the low rounds to be able to upgrade my armor as early as possible, but we'll trade it out later on when you really need to start putting out damage. The fourth new Covenant is Deadwire. This one gives you a chance to stun enemies when shooting them. The stun lasts 4 seconds, and similar to Brain Rot and Cryo Freeze, it has a cooldown between activations. Every rarity has the same cooldown of 15 seconds between when you're able to trigger consecutive stuns. Blue rarity gives you the ability to stun regular zombies. Purple rarity lets you also stun special zombies like Sturmkriegers. And orange rarity gives you the ability to stun a group of zombies in addition to the single target stuns. This group stun has a longer cooldown of 30 seconds. You still need to wait 15 seconds between any stun, so if you're continuously shooting a horde of zombies, you will end up alternating between single and group stun every 15 seconds. But if you're just killing a small group every once in a while, you will start every horde with a group stun as long as it's been at least 30 seconds since the last activation. I like this Covenant and may grab it in the early rounds, but its cooldown is way too long to be viable in the high intensity situations. Even when combined with Call the Weak, I would prefer Cryo Freeze over Deadwire since it goes off way more often. And the fifth and final new Covenant is Swift Vengeance. This one gives you bonus damage the faster you're moving. To hit the max damage for every rarity of this Covenant, I had to use the Sten with maximum movement speed stats, then shoot while tack sprinting with at least Ethereal Haste level 1. For comparison, I tried with the slowest DP27 LMG build that I could make, and I needed Ethereal Haste level 4 to hit max damage. That also means that the bonus damage while doing anything like aiming down sight or even just walking is also going to be higher if you're using a higher mobility weapon. For example, my bonus damage while ADS walking with the Sten and Ethereal Haste 1 was around 50%, but my damage while ADS walking with the DP27 and Ethereal Haste 4 was only 25%. This used to not apply to melee damage at all, but in the most recent update they sort of fixed this. You still don't get any bonus damage if you melee straight at a zombie since you technically stop as you deal the damage, but if you run right next to them and sideswipe, you can continue moving and get a bit of extra damage. Unfortunately, this only applies to melee weapons like the knife. You can't sideswipe with the gun butt or bayonet. I'm hoping this is just a bug since you are still moving when you melee, so hopefully that does change in the future. Alright, so blue rarity gives you up to 50% bonus damage and activates 1 second after moving. Purple rarity gives you up to 100% bonus damage and also activates 1 second after moving. And orange rarity also gives you up to 100% bonus damage but activates immediately after moving. This is a neat new addition to complement mobile playstyles, but since it scales with speed, you're usually not getting the full bonus most of the time. I would prefer running something more consistent like Dead Accurate or Unholy Ground where I can reliably get over 50% bonus damage most of the time. Overall, these new covenants are rather lackluster, and I don't see myself running any of them except for Scrapper or Deadshot in early rounds. When I'm done my analysis of all the original covenants, I'll link that at the top of the screen right now. And at that time, I'll also link my public spreadsheet in the description of both videos. So what do you guys think about the new covenants and about Season 1 in general? I'd like adding diversity to the potential builds the covenants can lead to, but I think that adding 5 covenants to the existing 11 has really diluted the covenant pool, and it's much harder to get the covenants that you want without a good amount of luck. It's manageable now, but when more covenants are added in the future, this could get out of hand really fast. In the future, I hope they allow us to limit our covenant pool to like 10 different covenants per match so that we still have to get a bit of luck, but won't have to go 20 plus rounds to get a covenant that we're looking for. This isn't as big of a deal with the damage covenants, but there are certain combinations like Cold Weak and Cryo Freeze that require a specific set of covenants to work effectively. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you found any part of this guide helpful, let me know by dropping a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides in the future. I stream on YouTube multiple times a week and post important zombies news on Twitter. Check the description below for all my socials. Alright, that's all I got. I'll see you guys next time.